Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the album Surface by the band Morta Skuld. Now, I did a review on their first album, Dying Remains, it's about time to get to another one of their albums. This is their fourth album, released in 1997. And, before I get into the songs, I'm going to name off the band members really quick. Dave Greger on vocals and guitars, Jason O'Connell on guitars, Jason Hellman on bass, and Kent Truckenbord on drums. So, the album starts off with the song The Killing Machines. What a way to start off an album. This song is amazing. It starts off kind of a little bit slow, but it picks up, and then the song just sort of kicks off from there. One of the best things about this song is the guitar solo in here. It just has a very, very, very memorable and just well done guitar solo. The riffs are great as well. Pretty much everything's great about this song. The vocals, great. But yeah, just a really, very good way to start off the album. The second song is called Save Yourself, another great song. This one kinda has a chorus repeat problem. Kinda. Well, I say kind of because even though it has a little bit of a chorus repeat thing, it's still catchy enough to where it doesn't really aggravate me. It's done very tastefully. But yeah, just another great song. Another pretty cool solo on this one too, and then the riff's great as well. The next song, the third song, is called The Anger in Disguise. Another great one, just all around, just another great song. I can't really say much about it other than just very solid song as well. The fourth song is called Time We'll Never Forget. Again, another great song. Very good so far. Alright, the fifth song is the title track, Surface. Another great song. All around just very well put together song. The sixth song is called Lords of Discipline. Another great one. Track number 7 is called If I Survive. This one's kind of there. It's not a bad song whatsoever, but it's just a song that feels like filler. But yeah. And then the last song is called In Nothing We Trust. Another one that kind of feels like filler. A little bit of a weaker song, probably the weakest song on the album, but again, not a bad song in any sense. It's just sort of not memorable. Though it is kind of a weak way to end the album, with a non-memorable song, as well as the end of the song, instead of something like a proper finish to the end of a song, it sort of just fades out. And I'm not really a big fan of the songs that fade out, in terms of, having that style of song as the last song on an album, because it's just kind of anticlimactic. But yeah, so first off, the album artwork. Considering the very awe-inspiring, just really cool artworks of the first 3 albums, this one's kind of disappointing. With the first album, Dying Remains, it has this really cool artwork of these corpses chained to the ceiling of a cave, and then there's bones all over the floor and lava pits and stuff. Their second album, I haven't seen the artwork for that one in a while, but it just is very surreal and just very cool looking. The artwork for the third album has like this guy in this abandoned looking room with like a full, almost hazmat kind of suit on. But then this one's just kind of there. It's okay. But it is a very sort of underwhelming artwork given the absolutely cool artworks of the first three albums. Even the artworks of the albums, what two albums after this are better than this one. This one's just, I honestly don't know exactly what this is supposed to be, but it kind of looks like sort of a defunct and sort of closed mine shaft with like some kind of ghost right here. And then the artwork actually continues on the back. It's like the sort of far away shot of it, where it doesn't really make sense because this looks like a mine shaft, right? Like a closed mine shaft. But then you have the zoomed out version of the artwork, and it looks like it's in like the rest of this looks like some kind of weird sort of vault. So the placement of whatever this is, and then the rest of this doesn't really make sense. But yeah, it's kind of a disappointing artwork. Not a bad one, just disappointing. As for the logo, font-wise, it's exactly the same. They would never change the fonts of their logo, which thankfully, because this is a very cool font, by the way. But unlike, I believe, with their first three, instead of it being red, I'm pretty sure the second and third albums had the red font as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. This one is actually more of a sort of a almost pumpkin orange color, which I don't know. It just kind of doesn't suit the logo. I think it looks a lot better in bright red, to be honest. But yeah, and then the title of the album is also in that same color, as well as the track listing. So my overall thoughts before my rating. A very underrated album in their discography. Or pretty much this is where this album and then forward is sort of the underrated stuff, considering that people, even fans of the band, for the most part, don't really talk about anything other of their first, like, 2 or 3 albums, which is a shame, because with albums like this is very good. Not as good as Dying Remains, but it's still a very good album for the most part. It's just the last 2 songs are just kind of meh. But everything else is really good. This album does change things up a bit, concerning, I mean, just the way it is. Like, for example, their first album is very slow, very doomy, very atmospheric. It's sort of a death doom type style. This one kind of kicks things up a notch. It's a little bit faster, slightly more technical, but it does still have the atmosphere, and certain sections are a little bit slower, so it does still retain some of that death doom style that's on the first album. So my rating, I'm gonna give it. What did I give Dying Remains? I think I give it like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 or something. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Again, very good for the most part, but the last 2 songs are kind of just filler songs. But yeah, it's an 8 out of 10. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.